How many hot chili peppers can you handle? And welcome back to Cliffieland, where we once more are cooking the food of every country in the world. And tonight we're up to week in nation number 20 and Bhutan. Bhutan is a kingdom located in the Himalayas between India and China. It is also close to Bangladesh and Nepal. It's very high up, it's very remote, and its food is very, very spicy. Also, it centers around yak meat, yak dairy. I probably don't need to tell you that it's probably pretty hard to find yak meat and yak dairy here in the United States, much less here in Florida, where we happen to be right now. Also, in Bhutan, they cook at very high altitudes. We're at sea level. That's going to affect everything too. So, enough of that. Let's tell you what we're cooking. Tonight, we're going to be cooking 2.5 dishes from Bhutan, one being a national favorite called Datschi. Datschi, and I do hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, is sort of their version of mac and cheese, except the mac part is hot chili peppers and the cheese part is yak dairy, again with the yak issue. Also, on the Datschi, since we can't find yak meat and yak dairy, we found the one recipe that tries to be as true to the Bhutanese original, yet with Western ingredients. I hope that's okay with everyone. We're going to be serving that with pork fing, sort of a pork stew dish with noodles. We had to make one substitution because of something we couldn't find readily. I hope that works out okay too. So before we go any further, let's see how things went last time around. Well, 4 years ago on the Global Cooking Challenge, I was totally freaked out over the heat issue. The idea of using 2 cups of jalapeno peppers in one dish seemed kind of mind-boggling. Add to that the pepper powder and Szechuan peppercorns. We were very freaked out. Still, it came out amazingly well. We love the Bhutanese rice, and the pork fing was a little bit soupy last time, so we're going to try to fix that. So, that being said, let's take a look at tonight's ingredients. First, for Datschi, we'll need 2 to 3 tablespoons of ghee, 4 to 5 garlic cloves finely minced, 1 walnut-sized piece of ginger finely minced, the zest of half a lemon grated, 2.5 cups of jalapeno peppers seeded and thinly sliced longitudinally, 1 medium onion halved, peeled, and cut into thin crescents, 2 tomatoes diced, the juice of half a lemon, 2 to 3 tablespoons of water, 1/4 pound of crumbled blue cheese, and optionally 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro. And for the spice mixture for that, we'll need 1/4 teaspoon of ground turmeric, 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of ground Szechuan flour peppercorns, about 1/8 of a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and 1/4 to 1 teaspoon of ground habanero pepper powder. And for the pork fing, normally we'd need 1 package of bean threads or cellophane noodles. In this case, we have substituted with 1 package of pre-cooked udon stir-fry noodles, 1 medium onion chopped, 1 medium tomato chopped coarsely, 1 stick of unsalted butter, half a pound of pork shoulder cut into 1-inch cubes, half a cup of water, 3 medium fresh green chili peppers, we've gone with poblano here, seeded and cut into julienne strips, and salt and pepper to taste. Enough of that, let's get cooking. First, if using cellophane noodles, boil those for 2 minutes and drain them. Here we simply set aside the cooked udon noodles. Then melt the butter in a saucepan over low heat, then add onions, chopped tomatoes, pork, and water, and simmer over a low heat until tender, about 1 hour and 30 minutes. Check for doneness, then add noodles, green chili peppers, and salt and pepper to taste. Simmer until heated through, about 10 minutes. First, create the spice mix. In a bowl, mix the turmeric, ground Szechuan peppercorns, ground cinnamon, and ground habanero pepper powder. Then, in a saucepan over medium-low heat, add minced garlic, minced ginger, grated lemon zest, and the spice mix, and cook for about 1 minute. Then add the sliced onion, and cook until the slices are completely covered in the oil. Add the jalapeno peppers, and fry for 1 to 2 minutes. Cover, reduce heat to low, and cook for about 1 hour. Meanwhile, cook the Bhutanese red rice in a rice cooker. Check for doneness, then add water or reduce as necessary. Add the diced tomatoes, lemon juice, and water if needed. Simmer for about 15 to 30 minutes. Then mix in the blue cheese and stir until the cheese melts and becomes a creamy sauce. Plate the pork fing in bowls. Make ramekin mounds of the Bhutanese red rice. Ladle servings of the datschi. Optionally, dress the datschi with chopped cilantro and serve. So, how did it all turn out? Well, the Bhutanese rice, which was basically cooking the Bhutanese rice in a rice cooker, so no recipe required, came out very nicely. It would have been nice if I would have added some ghee or salt in it too, but it worked very, very well with the datschi. The datschi was phenomenal. The texture was probably a little bit soupier than I would have liked, but that worked well with the rice. The flavors were out of its world. The fact that I used the blue cheese this time really added to that unusual flavor. We just inhaled it. It was phenomenal. Ladies and gentlemen, the datschi gets 5 out of 5 globes. It's that good. And the pork fing, I really didn't have high hopes for it because while I was cooking it, it did seem a little bit on the soupy side, which is why you saw it served in bowls. But since I was kind of running late on everything, it did give it time to reduce, and it did get to the right texture. The flavors were out of this world. It was hearty. We went back for seconds. We almost went back for thirds. So the pork fing also gets 5 out of 5 globes. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, but Bhutanese food is that good. So, that does it for tonight. Remember, if you'd like to see our streams live when they happen, be sure to follow us on Periscope or Busker. And if you'd like to find out when these videos are posted every Wednesday night, be sure to like and subscribe for notifications. And tune in next week when we head back to the Western Hemisphere and South America to eat the food of Bolivia. Think meat. Well, that does it. Thanks for watching and happy eating!